Welcome back to my channel. Today, we explore the value of specific coin, the top 6 most valuable USA gold-plated $1 coins value in today's market. So let's get started. First up, the 2007 Idaho $1 coin, gold-plated with a D mint mark, and often found in what collectors describe as a black shadow or darkened condition. This coin has sparked curiosity for its unusual appearance, limited availability in this specific altered form, and the growing interest in novelty and post-mint modified coins. First, let's break down the origin of the coin. The base coin is a 2007 Idaho statehood dollar, part of the presidential dollar series that featured the image of U.S. presidents on the obverse and the Statue of Liberty on the reverse. The Idaho design does not refer to a president, but is one of the state-themed issues often referred to in state commemorative sets. These coins were struck by the United States Mint, and in this case, the D mint mark signifies it was minted in Denver. In its original form, the coin is made of a manganese brass alloy with a golden color, but the examples we're focusing on have been gold-plated post-mint. That means a private party or company applied a layer of gold to the coin's surface after it left the mint. These modifications are not officially sanctioned by the U.S. Mint, and while they are not considered errors or rare mint releases, they have carved a niche among collectors for their aesthetic appeal and novelty value. Now, what makes this specific coin even more interesting is the so-called black shadow condition. Collectors have observed some of these gold-plated Idaho dollars with a darker or blackened tone around the edges or the fields of the coin. This may be due to environmental exposure, handling, or chemical reaction over time. In some cases, it could be an intentional antiquing or oxidation process done by a private entity to give the coin a shadowed appearance. While this type of finish does not occur during official mint production, it has intrigued collectors who seek visually striking variations. So let's talk about value. Because the coin has been altered after minting, it is not considered rare or valuable in the traditional numismatic sense like mint errors or low mintage coins. However, its uniqueness and visual appeal can command attention in the novelty coin market or among collectors of gold-plated state coins. On popular online auction sites and collector marketplaces, these gold-plated Idaho $1 coins with the D mint mark typically sell in the range of $3 to $10 US depending on the condition, the strength of the plating, and the intensity of the black shadow effect. If the coin is in uncirculated condition with a rich, even gold plating and a distinct darkened contrast, it might sell at the higher end of that range or slightly above, especially if offered in a protective case or with a certificate of authenticity from the plating company. However, it is essential to note that most dealers and collectors do not assign intrinsic numismatic value to post-mint modifications, so the value is driven largely by the interest of the buyer and not the rarity or historical significance of the coin. Still, for collectors who enjoy assembling a diverse and visually captivating collection, or for those who appreciate the craftsmanship involved in post-mint treatments, this coin holds a certain appeal. It represents a blend of American coinage and artistic modification that makes it stand out in any display. Whether you found this coin in pocket change, inherited it, or picked it up at a local show, its modest value and unique appearance make it a conversation starter and a fun addition to any collection. Remember, while not every coin brings high market prices, many offer rich stories and personal value that go beyond dollars and cents. Next up, the gold-plated version of the 2005 Oregon quarter with the P mint mark, and most importantly, found in what's known as damage dot condition. There's a lot of confusion and curiosity about this kind of coin. So let's explore what makes it unique and try to understand its current value in the collector's market today. The original 2005 Oregon State quarter was released by the United States Mint to honor the state of Oregon, which was admitted to the Union in 1859. The coin features a beautiful reverse design of Crater Lake, a natural wonder located in the state. The design captures the essence of Oregon's landscape, showcasing the lake surrounded by forested terrain and reflecting the spirit of American scenic beauty. It's one of the most admired designs from the entire 50-state quarters series. Now, let's talk about the specific coin in question. You might have come across one that looks quite different from a standard issue. Instead of the usual silver-colored appearance of a clad quarter, you see a coin that appears golden. This is not something done by the U.S. Mint itself. Instead, these coins were privately gold-plated by companies or individuals for novelty or promotional purposes. Often sold as collectibles in sets or through advertisements, these gold-plated state quarters have intrigued many collectors and casual buyers alike. However, it's important to understand that the plating has no official mint backing and does not increase the coin's value in the eyes of serious numismatists. The next feature of this coin to discuss is the mint mark. A 2005 Oregon quarter with a P mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. This is a common mint location for many U.S. coins, and millions of these coins were produced. So in its original, unplated, and uncirculated form, this version of the quarter is not considered rare. But when you factor in the gold plating, and especially when the coin has entered circulation and acquired wear or damage, such as scratches, discoloration, or what collectors might call damaged condition, its value becomes a bit more nuanced. So what is damaged condition exactly? It's not an official grading term, but rather a casual way. Collectors refer to coins with visible signs of wear or imperfection that may include spots, corrosion, nicks, or areas where the gold plating has faded or chipped away. This condition dramatically affects the coin's desirability and potential value. A gold-plated coin in pristine condition might be worth slightly more to someone interested in novelty items, but one in damaged condition drops even further in value. Now to the question everyone wants answered. How much is this coin worth in today's market? If you have a 2005 Oregon State quarter with a P mint mark that has been gold-plated and shows damaged condition, its value is primarily sentimental or novelty-based. On average, you might expect to see these coins selling for about $1 to $2 on platforms like eBay or in flea markets and coin novelty shops. In rare cases, a buyer might pay slightly more if the coin is part of a set or presented in packaging that adds display appeal. But realistically, most of the time, these coins do not sell for more than a couple of dollars, and in many cases, they trade hands for face value, which means just 25 cents. Collectors who focus on rarity, historical significance, or mint condition coins usually do not pursue gold-plated or damaged novelty items. So the primary market for these coins includes casual collectors, people looking for interesting conversation pieces, or individuals building state quarter sets for fun or educational purposes. It's important to keep that in mind before investing any significant money or hoping to sell your coin at a high price. In summary, while the 2005 Oregon State Quarter is an iconic piece of the 50 State Quarters program and has its own appeal, among collectors, the gold-plated version with a P mint mark in damaged condition is not considered rare or highly valuable. Its worth today is largely symbolic or personal. It's an interesting piece, a conversation starter, and perhaps a reminder of the state quarter collecting craze that swept the nation in the early 2000s. But as far as monetary value is concerned, it remains modest. Next up, the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway gold-plated $1 coin with the Denver Mint mark in extra fine condition. This coin is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, though it's been modified by private companies with gold plating for collectors. While it originally began as a standard quarter design, these plated coins have become increasingly popular among collectors due to their aesthetic appeal and commemorative value. Let's start with some background. The Blue Ridge Parkway coin was released in 2015 as part of the America the Beautiful Quarters series, which honors national parks and historic sites across the United States. The Blue Ridge Parkway, known for its scenic beauty and winding roads through the Appalachian Highlands of North Carolina and Virginia, is a cherished national treasure. The coin's reverse design features the parkway hugging the side of a rugged mountain, with the famed curved road and stone tunnels beautifully depicted. The obverse features the standard portrait of George Washington, originally designed by John Flanagan. Now, while the coin in its original form was struck in a clad composition, not in gold, some private companies have enhanced these coins by adding a thin layer of gold plating. This process is not done by the U.S. Mint, so it's important to understand that these gold-plated versions are not official mint issues. However, they are popular among collectors and gift buyers because of their distinctive look and limited nature. The D Mint mark indicates that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the key facilities of the United States Mint. When we talk about the value of the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway gold-plated coin with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition, we must separate intrinsic metal value from collector appeal. Gold plating on these coins is typically very thin and doesn't significantly raise the melt value. The true value comes from its condition, its visual appeal, and how it's perceived in the collector's market. In extra fine condition, meaning the coin shows only light wear on the highest points of the design, it remains sharp and attractive, which is important for both display and resale value. So what can you expect in today's market if you're looking to buy or sell one of these coins? Generally, gold-plated Blue Ridge Parkway quarters are not considered rare in the strict numismatic sense, as they were produced in large quantities before plating. However, because they're modified and marketed as collectible items, they often sell for more than face value. As of now, a 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway gold-plated coin with a D Mint mark in extra fine condition typically sells between $5 to $10 on platforms like eBay, Etsy, or coin collector sites. Some sellers might list them higher, especially if the coin is encased, comes with a certificate of authenticity from the company that plated it, or is part of a larger set. It's important to be cautious when buying or selling gold-plated coins. Always make sure to check the seller's reputation and read descriptions carefully. Remember, these are novelty or collector's items, not investments in precious metals. Their value lies in their appearance and how much a buyer is willing to pay, not in their gold content or scarcity. If you're a casual collector, they can be a beautiful and affordable addition to your collection. If you're more serious about building a high-value coin portfolio, you might want to focus on coins with original mint-issued precious metal content or those with significant historical rarity. To summarize, while the 2015 Blue Ridge Parkway gold-plated coin with the D Mint mark in extra fine condition isn't a high-dollar rarity, it does hold modest value for collectors, especially those who enjoy enhanced and commemorative pieces. In today's market, expect it to be worth about $5 to $10 depending on presentation and demand. Always do your research and know what you're buying, and you'll find enjoyment and satisfaction in every coin you add to your collection. Next up, the 2002 Ohio State quarter that has been gold-plated and carries the P Mint mark, indicating it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Although this coin is a gold-plated version and not made of actual gold, it still holds a place of interest among those who collect novelty or altered coins. Before we dive into the current market value of this coin in extra fine condition, it's important to understand its background. The 2002 Ohio State quarter was part of the U.S. Mint's 50 State Quarters program, which was a popular series released between 1999 and 2008. Each quarter represented a state with a unique design on the reverse side, and the Ohio quarter was the 17th in the series. It honors the state's historic contributions to aviation and features a design showcasing an astronaut and an early airplane to symbolize Ohio's claim as the birthplace of aviation. The date 1803 appears prominently to commemorate the year Ohio was admitted to the Union. Now, when we refer to a gold-plated Ohio quarter, it's important to note that this alteration was not done by the U.S. Mint itself. These coins were modified, After minting by private companies or individuals who applied a thin layer of gold to the surface for aesthetic or novelty appeal. As a result, these coins do not carry any additional numismatic value from the gold plating itself, since it's not an official release by the mint. In fact, the plating technically disqualifies them from being considered original mint condition. Coins by traditional collectors. That said, the appeal of these coins comes from their visual uniqueness and the limited availability of well-preserved examples in higher grades, such as extra fine or better. Extra fine condition typically refers to a coin that has light wear on the highest points, but still retains most of its original details and sharpness. These coins show some signs of circulation but have been well taken care of over the years in today's market. Values for novelty gold-plated state quarters like the 2002 Ohio coin vary quite a bit. Since they are not standard collector's items, their value doesn't follow traditional coin grading price guides. Instead, their worth is largely determined by demand among casual collectors or individuals who like themed collections or visually striking coins. If you were to check online marketplaces such as eBay or coin collector forums, you'd find that gold-plated Ohio quarters with the P mint mark in extra fine condition typically sell for around $1 to $3 each. In some cases, where the coin comes in a special display case or is part of a larger gold-plated state quarter collection, it might fetch a slightly higher price, possibly up to $5 or $6. But that's usually due to the packaging or presentation rather than the coin itself. It's worth noting that while these coins do have a certain charm and novelty factor, they are not considered rare or high value in the traditional numismatic sense. Still, for those who enjoy collecting themed sets or are interested in state quarters with a unique twist, a gold-plated 2002 Ohio coin can make a great addition. In summary, if you come across a 2002 Ohio gold-plated state quarter with a P mint mark in extra fine condition, you can expect it to be worth between $1 and $3 in most cases. Its value is more sentimental or aesthetic than monetary, but for many collectors that can still make it a worthwhile find. Next up, the 2016 Fort Moultrie gold-plated $1 coin minted in Denver, known by the D mint mark, and what it might be worth in today's coin market even when found in damaged or altered condition. Whether you stumbled upon this coin in your change or discovered it tucked away in a coin jar, you might be wondering if it holds any significant value. Let's dig into the history, features, and market value of this particular piece. The Fort Moultrie $1 coin is part of the Native American and American Innovation Dollar coin programs, which began to highlight significant contributions of Native Americans and historical moments throughout the United States. The 2016 coin specifically commemorates Sergeant William Jasper and the defense of Fort Moultrie during the Revolutionary War, located in what is today South Carolina. The design on the reverse side of the coin, the side opposite of President George Washington's profile, shows Sergeant Jasper returning the regimental flag to the ramparts while under fire, a powerful image of bravery and patriotism. This coin was officially minted in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco, with the Denver mint being identified by the D mint mark. It was issued with a manganese brass finish that gives it a golden color, though not actually made of gold. However, in the world of collecting, some of these coins have been plated with gold by third-party companies or individuals. This is known as gold plating, and while visually striking, it is not done by the U.S. Mint and therefore does not increase the official collector value in most cases. It's important to note that such alterations often make the coin less desirable for purist collectors. That brings us to the question of damage and condition. A damaged coin may show signs of scratching, bending, corrosion, heavy wear, or artificial alterations like gold plating. When it comes to numismatics, condition is everything. Coins are graded on a scale from poor all the way to mint state. For a coin that has been gold-plated and shows signs of damage or heavy circulation, its value drops significantly because it no longer meets the criteria for collectability in professional grading terms. Most professional coin grading services would not even encapsulate or certify a heavily damaged or altered coin unless it has rare errors or historical significance. So what does this mean for the Fort Moultrie $1 coin from 2016 with a D mint mark that is gold-plated and in damaged condition? In the current coin market, such a coin does not carry any premium numismatic value. Despite its golden appearance, which might lead some to believe it is special or rare, its value is mostly sentimental or decorative. On platforms like eBay or through online coin shops, you might see such coins listed anywhere from $1 to $5, but actual sale prices are usually closer to $1 or even less if the coin is not in good shape. If a buyer is specifically interested in novelty items or altered coins for artistic or display purposes, they might pay slightly more. But this is more of a niche market. Now, if you happen to have a Fort Moultrie dollar coin in uncirculated condition, without gold plating or damage, especially in mint packaging or proof sets, it could be worth a little more. Typically, uncirculated examples might sell for $2 to $3. While proof coins from the San Francisco Mint can reach values slightly higher depending on condition and packaging. But again, these values are modest, and no version of the 2016 Fort Moultrie coin contains real gold or was produced in limited enough numbers to become rare. To wrap up, the 2016 Fort Moultrie gold-plated dollar coin with a D mint mark and in damaged condition generally holds no significant monetary value above face value. It is an interesting piece for those new to collecting or for educational purposes, but it should not be considered an investment-grade coin. If you're looking to get into coin collecting, this coin could be a fun starting point, but for serious collectors, certified and unaltered coins with rare errors or low mintages are where the real value lies. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more coin collecting content. See you and next time, happy collecting.